And you might use the earlier problems to help you on a later problem. Okay? For example, I might say to you, what is 5 plus 5? And you would tell me? 10. And then right after I say that, I might then say to you, what's 5 plus 6?
11.
And how did you use this to help you with that one?
It's only one more.
It's only one more, right? So if 5 plus 5 is 10, then 5 plus 6 has to be 11. So that's called a number string. You might use this answer to help you with the next one. Okay, so that's kind of our goal with a number string. Okay? But because I know that you are in 4th grade, right?
Yeah.
You guys are way past that. I'm not going to do multiplication because I'm going to push you. We're going to do subtraction.
Yay!
Many kids dislike subtraction, right?
I love subtraction.
I do too, because I love mental math. And so that's what we're going to do today. So, what's your signal to tell me you have an answer? Okay. Keep those tight to your chest to make sure they're not in anybody else's way. And I call them silent thumbs. Make sure they stay silent right on your chest. Okay? Here's the first question. Are you ready? While you're thinking, I'm going to talk to your teacher really quick. Okay? When you choose these problems, and that's the hardest part, I think, is choosing them, the number choices are done very carefully. So this choice was done very carefully because what I was looking for is I don't want kids using the standard algorithm. I want them to use a different strategy. So I chose this because I wanted to give them a landmark number already as the first one, and then I wanted them not to feel like they had to regroup because I want to hear what they did without that. And then because this is a number string, then I'm going to push that forward, and hopefully they can then continue to use that landmark number as the reason.
So landmark number.
Yep. So that's one I use a lot. Some call it friendly number, landmark number. It doesn't matter what you call it. Same idea. As you move forward. Yep. Answers. Raise your hand if you have an answer to this one. What did you get? Just your answer.
I got
11. Okay. If you got 11, fine. If you got a different answer, please let me know. Different answer. What did you get? 21. Other answers that are out there? Are those the only 2 answers? Okay, I'm going to say something really strange. My kids tell me I'm weird all the time, so I'm pretty used to it. Okay? I have 2 4th graders too. They're way shorter than both of you, but I know. I'm really glad that some of you are wrong. So, how often do you hear that? Great job! Way to be wrong! Not very often, right? So here's why, and I need you to know this because it's really important. When you do number talks, the point of number talks is actually twofold. Number 1, we want you to get better at mental math. But number 2, we need you to learn from each other. You really can't learn from each other if somebody's not wrong. So here's what I also need you to do. In just a moment, we're going to talk about what the right answer is. You cannot do this. Cannot. Yes.
That's rude. That is rude.
Number 1, it's rude. Number 2, it makes the people around you not feel good. And number 3, we're not safe. And a number talk has to be safe. We have to feel like we're going to learn from each other. And if you had the wrong answer, you can't have your head down. Oh, I'm so bad at math. You can't have that either because we're not ready to learn. Okay? So what you should be thinking, if I got the wrong answer, I need to revise my answer. I need to learn from the people around me to figure out what they did and why I made a mistake. And if you have the right answer, rather than wanting to be like, yes, you're going to think to yourself, some of my friends need my help. I know how to do this, and I'm going to help them. And that's the goal. So this has to stay very safe. Okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is 11. Okay? If you're somebody who got 11, I'd like you to help your friends who didn't get 11 and tell them how you knew. Who got 11 and how did they know? Okay? How did you get 11?
I knew that 89, one more than that, is 90. So
I want you to stop right there. She said she knew that 1 more than 89 was 90. Okay? I want someone to add on to that and finish what you think her next step was going to be. What do you think her next step was going to be? What do you think?
she knows that 90 plus 10 is 90.
Okay, and I want you to stop as well. And I need someone else to tell me what the next step is. Where would they go from that? Add on to this word. What do you think?
And then 100 minus 11 is
Okay, so I'm a little confused right now. Okay?
I'm not.
This was a subtraction problem, but these two people just did addition. Can someone help me out? Why, in a subtraction problem, did they do addition? And before you tell me, turn and talk to your friends and let them know. Why did that happen? And I need you back up here. In 3, 2, and 1. Why? Why did they do that? What happened there? What happened? What do you think?
Because 8 is 20 away from 10. So, but you still so it's basically subtraction. Because if you add 2, that's 20. But since there's a 9, you have to minus.
So what do we know about addition and subtraction?
They're basically like the same.
Oh, they kind of work together?
Yeah. Yes.
So in this problem, rather than taking 100 minus 89, this strategy has a name. It's called think addition.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
And so they actually asked themselves, I'm going to subtract this for now. It's not wrong, I'm just going to subtract it so I can add to this piece. They actually said to themselves, 89 plus what number
One.
is going to be 100?
11.
And what's the answer to that?
11.
11. Is 89 plus 11 100?
Yes.
Was that easier than having to subtract 89 from 100?
Yes.
Not for everybody, because some of us have different ideas, but for most people that was easier, all right? So we're going to try another one.
Oh, it's that trick because there's like
Oh, no, we don't do tricks in math. We do all think.
no, there's 1 plus
There's
1
no
equals
tricks. There's
2.
no magic.
There's this thing called 1 plus 1.
That's all right. We don't have time right now. It's okay. So, I'm going to leave that up there, okay? 100 minus 89 is 11, and I want you to use that, because remember this is called a number string. So they're going to be used together, all right? Are you ready for the next one? Here we go. As they think about this one thing I want you to think about with number strings. Oftentimes we feel like we need to make them a lot more complicated, and that's not the goal of a number string. The goal of a number string is to really make some really specific attachments.
Okay.
Many people feel like they have to change the second number because, well, why did I leave that? I need them to work on that. No, what I need them to do is make the connection of how I can use this with something else.
Right. Okay.
So in a number string, typically you'll do 2 or 3 questions together that get at a concept, and then you'll do a last question that might be the extension of trying to get them to use it again.
Okay.
So today I won't have time to get there, so I'm probably going to stop here today.
Okay.
However, after this, what I might do is give a question like 207 minus like 79.
Okay.
So then we started with this, we connected that idea here, and now rather than give them each piece, I'm going to go here. If kids aren't ready for that, what you would do is you would do these two, then you would do 200 minus 79, then you would do 207 minus
Okay.
79. So if they need more scaffolding, you would give them that again.
Okay.
If you feel like they have it, then you would just do, so we've talked about this, now